Good evening and welcome to the November meeting of the Penfield Historic Preservation Board. We'll jump right into our agenda. We'll call the meeting to order. First item is the approval of the minutes from September. You remember we didn't meet in October, so these are the last set of minutes that we have. Have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
And a second, thank you. Any discussion, corrections, edits? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. We have two certificates of appropriateness tonight. First is 2132 5 Mile Line Road. It's a sign replacement in front of that property.
Sorry, Tom, I think can we skip that one just in case she is late coming into the Zoom there?
Sure,
Thank you.
sure, okay. Okay, we'll go to the second one, 1979 5 Mile Line Road. This is the property of Robert and Dawn Debris, who are looking for approval for a shed to be placed at the rear corner of their property. Shannon, can you cover that one?
Sure, yes. So let me see real quick. So they are proposing to install a 10 by 12 shed in the southeast corner of their property. That is the rear left corner, if you're looking at it straight on. He circled two of them, but it's going to be this one with the white front, I believe.
Yes,
So
I
it looks
can.
like it's kind of a dark gray
Great, okay.
with a white
Is there a way
front
you
door
can
to
rotate
it.
your phone
It's going to be
90
10 by
degrees so we can get
12,
kind of a landscape
meeting the
orientation?
setback requirements of 10
how's
feet
that?
from the side and the rear property
That'd be
lines.
good. Yeah, we just wanted to kinda
You can
conform to everything
slightly
else. So,
see it from the road,
they are
but
on
there's a
the
good patch of
second,
trees there, so if you're driving by,
action
you
item,
wouldn't see it. If you're
and
walking
so,
by, maybe a little bit.
After they're done with
Uh,
this, I'll
Maybe
let them
we're all
know
familiar with that
you're here,
house.
and then they'll move
It's
back to
right there
yours.
on 5 Mile Line Road.
Okay, great.
And the town has looked at this, the setbacks are okay and all that.
Correct, yes. I completed the site inspection myself, and it meets the setback requirements, size requirements. So as far as the building permit goes, it's all set.
Okay, and for the committee, the color's okay, the white and gray? Any comments, questions? Okay, can I have a motion for approval?
I'll make a motion.
And a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's unanimous, thank you. And back to the first one, the 2132 5 Mile Line Road, has Caitlin Vitozzi signed in? Or-
Yes, she is here. I'll let her know. Yeah, she's coming into the meeting now.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay, Caitlin, are you there?
I am here.
Okay, great, welcome. We understand you want to place a sign outside the building there at 2132 5 Mile Line?
So there is already a sign there. It's just affixing a vinyl panel, much as the other tenants have done.
Okay, and what's the color of it?
It is a black sign with a low window.
Okay. Any questions from the board? Looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
And no issues with the fonts or the colors, anything?
no.
Okay, could I have a motion?
I'll move.
So moved, and a second?
Second.
And a second. If there's no further discussion, we'll have a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's unanimous. Okay, Caitlin, it's approved, and we appreciate you signing in tonight.
Great. And Caitlin, I'll reach out tomorrow by email just to do a quick follow-up, but we should be all set.
All right, I really appreciate your time, everyone.
Okay,
Looking forward to being in Penfield.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I need to jump in real quick. As a quick reminder, if everybody can use the microphones, make sure they're not too far away from them. Thank you.
Okay,
Tom, so you know, last week at the work session, we approved the yoga pending your approval.
okay, good.
Yeah, she came in and spoke about the whole concept, what she was doing and everything like that, and we were all in favor of,
Okay,
favor of
good.
it.
Thank you. All right, moving down our agenda here, the informational items, the bicentennial participation. It went well. I guess the comment that I would make is that it was not particularly well attended, but it ran well. The presenters were all relevant, and they all did a nice job. I want to thank Shannon. I know there's a lot of work that you put into it, so we really appreciate that. And Linda and Marie were there also. We appreciate that.
No, especially Shannon, I appreciate all of you, getting this rolling, because they did want something from the county, wanted something from each town to showcase their history. And this is what Shannon put together, based on the last one we did, updating it, having some different speakers. It was really good. And I think, maybe Sundays, I don't know.
Yeah,
Certain
well-
days of the week, or maybe next time we do something like this, we could do it on a weeknight. I'm not sure. But
Yeah,
it was
when
certainly
I-
worth, the presentations were awesome, and it's
Yes.
too bad it didn't get out more.
And I would like to say thank you to PCTV for all their help. They recorded the whole event, and it will be posted on the website, so everyone who was unable to attend is still able to get that information, which is a huge, huge plus.
So I hope when it is prepared, somehow we can get it out there, maybe in the supervisor's column or something.
Yeah, I'm thinking we can hopefully organize something like that, so that everyone knows it's there.
Right.
So that would be great. But yeah, I think it was overall a successful event. Like we said, just could be more well attended. But after I met with some of the guys from PCTV, and they said it seems like the most well attended events are actually like during the week around like 6:30. 7 o'clock. So I think in the future, that's something we'll look at. I think a lot of people have weekend plans already set, so they're looking for stuff to do during the week after dinner time. So something to think about for the future.
Sure, yeah, let's keep notes for the next time on the day and the time. And then you and I talked a little bit about the marketing of it, whether we could do a better and different ways of getting the word out to the community about what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. An update on the Clark House. What's new there?
We don't currently have an update. I just wanted to leave it on the agenda to let you guys know that we're still checking in on it. Currently, we're waiting for the new estimates from Bergman. So once we get those, the town board will take a look at them, and we'll go from there. I think Eric mentioned it wouldn't be until the end of the year at the earliest, so.
Right. So when this board recommended keeping the most historic area and didn't mind if the behind it came down and became some new, like a lodge or something along those lines. Well, the town board was looking at that too. So it's the same thought process there. And so now we're asking them, what would that cost? What would it cost to, well, I think it's still on there if you demolish it and start all over, but that's not I don't think a lot of people want that. But to keep the historic part and do something that you could rent out space to people. We know, for instance, that we are so in need of event space in Penfield. The Dolomite Lodge, the Harris Whalen Lodge, they just get booked up so fast. And this one would have even more ambiance, and it's right there in Shadow Pines where so many people are walking and having a, different, pick-up ball, you can play disc. There's so many things you can do there. It'd be great for parties and so on like that for, rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if that can be, but we had to go back now and see, what would that cost? Now, what would that cost if we saved the building and then we tear down and build anew, what would that be? So.
Well, the park, you've all noticed it, I go by it every day, is getting an awful lot of use.
Yes.
There's tons of cars there all the time now. So,
But what's with the cutting of everything, including the canopies of the trees? The canopies of the trees are raised. It's like the town is, I don't know what's going on, wiping out all the milkweed. along the road on both sides.
I think what you're referring to is where the disc golf course went?
No, I'm not. I'm referring to the whole park. The whole park has been mowed down. There's no milkweed anywhere in it.
Why
I
that would happen?
I don't know why. I mean, it's getting worse and worse, to be honest with you. And if you drive by now, you can see a huge space between where the canopy of the tree starts and the road. Now, that's not really historic preservation, but it is near a historic site, and there's no real need for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can ask.
And like I said, all the vegetation is gone now. All of it. I mean, I can see why you need it removed for the disc golf,
Yeah,
but I don't see why you're wiping out milkweed.
no.
You know, and there's absolutely no more monarch butterflies there this summer. They were all gone compared to years in the past because all the milkweed's being destroyed. And it's, again, no purpose seems to be for it.
Okay.
That did happen late, the cutting down.
It's been getting, all summer, it's been getting more and more and more. It started in the spring and it's been growing all season. And now they just wiped out the other side too, the back 9, which makes no sense to me at all.
The back 9, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
No, I don't either.
And it's a cost. Like, why
Yes.
are we spending money on mowing that?
Don't know.
It's not a golf course anymore.
No.
Well, they did fix the broken window in the house, which I was glad to see. Okay. Let's see, we wanted to talk about the 2023 meeting schedule. Did everyone get a copy of that? So get those on your calendars. I looked at it quickly to see if there was any issues with holidays. It didn't appear to be.
Yeah,
Sometimes
I tried to avoid them as much as possible. I know that I personally am going to have a conflict for the June meeting. So we'll leave it as it is for now. If we don't get any applications, we just won't worry about it. If we do get applications, we'll roll with it at that point. But I know I will not be able to attend that meeting.
Okay. And then we, also on the agenda is the 50-year anniversary of the Historic Preservation Ordinance.
Yep, so I just happened to notice when I was getting everything prepped for the Historic Preservation Appreciation Day, that the Penfield Town Code for the Historic Preservation Ordinance was adopted in 1973, which means that next year is the 50th anniversary. So that's obviously a really big deal, and it would be nice if we could do something to honor that, and the current and former board members and everybody who's participated in historic preservation in Penfield. I know that something that we talked about this year that didn't end up happening was possibly having an event at the old Daisy Flour Mill where Rising Storm Brewing is going in. So maybe if we're shooting for about a year from now, maybe next fall, maybe they'll be able to accommodate us. We'll have to see, obviously, based on their availability. But I know we had also lightly mentioned them for the Jeff Crane Award as well. So could be a dual event and could be something to look forward to. If for some reason they're not available for us, just still something that we should look forward to, I think, and start brainstorming just basic ideas of how we can incorporate an event that will work to celebrate the 50th anniversary of that.
It'd be nice if we could get a property to designate at the same time.
That would be great. Yeah, that's something that I'm going to start working on, is revisiting our existing districts, seeing if we can expand them, if there's any changes that need to be made to the actual designations, if things were missed, things of that sort. It's going to be my winter project, so possibly identifying new properties and approaching homeowners to see if they're interested in local designation. And along with that, I think something big that we should be looking at in this next year are incentives for being locally designated. Right now, there really aren't many, and I think that would be great to revisit, give people reason to want to be designated. Just aside from pride in their home, something that we can offer them. It's difficult because we can't do tax credits and things like that. So if anyone has any ideas, and at least start brainstorming on how we can encourage people to participate, I think that would be wonderful.
Okay. That takes care of the agenda. Is there any other items for discussion?
Nope, I think that's
Okay.
it.
Then we can go ahead and adjourn. Thank
Move
you.
to adjourn. Did my job?
We have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, thank you.
Great. Thank you, everyone, and thank you to PCTV.